a specific person I stumbled to, which he's very popular. You might know him. Hasan Piker is his name.
Hasan Piker,
yeah,
the Twitch streamer.
I saw him pretty much saying that this war is never gonna happen, Russia is not gonna invade, people, it's all like a hoax and like America propaganda.
No!
Well, don't believe this dude's prediction on anything, I'd say.
I'm right and you're wrong, okay? I'm right and you're wrong.
He is the prime example, let's say, of a person with a like America-centric view of this whole thing.
We're just asking honest questions. Continue doing propaganda.
He's like the great representation of this privileged American, the manifestation of everything I pretty much despise right now in the United States.
It's marketing, it's capitalism, it's whatever. Ultimately, I just want to play some fun games.
So people who like this have this use communism and Soviet Union as an aesthetic. To me, seeing him wear some kind of like Soviet Union hat with a red star at the top is about as the same as seeing as Hitler, as praising Hitler.
Are you ever gonna accept Sam Hyde's fight offer?
What? I don't, dude, no. Why are you talking to me about some dumbass weirdo Nazi? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Explain yourself.
What do you mean?
You think it's funny, dude?
Someone
you got some
weird
you got some weird deadbeat loser comedian who has completely lost all of its importance on the world by himself over. It's not funny, is it? Do you like that? Do you think it's funny?
I would like to see the fight between you two.
Yeah.
There's no explaining.
I don't want to be around these losers, and you should probably conduct yourself a little bit better.
Because communism and Soviet Union, which they say it was not communism, but they always say that every country is not a communist country, not my communist utopia, but this regime killed millions of people. Millions of people.
Because I kind of wanted to know how deep that rabbit hole goes. Like what level of like mania he's in or what level of radicalization he's at. And it's this weird, insidious, morbid curiosity that I had. This morbid fascination that I had where I was like, maybe my brain is so broken. I probably. But like in a very guilty way, I just kind of wanted to know like, what's he gonna say? You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, I should have known better. With a name like Catboy Collector, I should have known that, they were trans, but didn't. I despise you.
It's very bizarre to see like Russian propaganda I saw my entire life growing up and after Maidan especially, to see it repeated in English, like word for word, is very bizarre, to be honest. And especially from a person who like lives in the United States and is a millionaire.
It's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are.
In a weird way, he's not toxic enough. The need to humiliate people, sometimes you need to make an example out of them. It's a part of our culture!
The Twitch drama lately has been seemingly endless, so we're only going to focus on one person today. In order to understand why TwitchCon was so disastrous for Hasan, we need to establish some groundwork. Roughly 5 months ago, Hasan reacted to Brett Cooper for the first time. She's the newest political personality working at The Daily Wire. While criticizing the more corporate aesthetic of Brett Cooper and The Daily Wire, Hasan had this to say.
No matter how psychotic you are, or no matter how much of a pathetic little incel simp you are, and think like, oh, a woman saying my opinions on the internet I like, no matter how deep in that cut you are, it is going to be too fake. It's multiple angles, you know what I mean? Multiple angles for cameras, well lit, you know what I mean? It's not authentic. She's never gonna have a America deserved 9/11 moment, you know what I mean?
America deserved 9/11, dude. Totally brought it on ourselves.
If you think that, having a America deserved 9/11 moment or something like that gives you street cred, that's cool. You do you. I will respectfully disagree. It's probably not something that I'm going to say. I try to think before I speak. But, you do you, man. It's clearly worked, so.
While I commend Brett for having a more collected response, there's a lot to be said about the pride Hasan takes in his hateful and violent language, especially considering how hard Hasan works at keeping the illusion of the moral high ground.
I can't say anything about this subject matter, okay?
All right, that's true.
What is that? What is she flying towards? I don't know what that is. Cancellation isn't real.
So
right?
true, bro.
It's not a real thing.
It's odd how Hasan will celebrate his hatred in his own streams.
America deserved 9/11, dude.
She's never gonna have a America deserved 9/11 moment.
But on Leftovers, ooh, he's gotta be careful about it. Even though he says cancel culture doesn't exist, he doesn't want to get canceled.
If I say more, I will get in trouble.
It's almost like Hasan uses his knowledge of communication to paint his own hatred as sympathetic intellect. The problem of this being, of course, Hasan's blatant hypocrisy.
He's not going to have real moments of pure outrage, because all of the pure outrage that you see on this is created beforehand, written beforehand.
Just because Hasan goes live doesn't make his programming any more authentic than Brett Cooper's. The YouTuber Grifter made a video about some of Hasan's most recent inauthentic behavior.
Looking at my mod chat. What is this?
You know that, Hasan Piker? I'm coming to kill you! In Los Angeles, at your house! Or in the ring? No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him. And wear his makeup and his dresses. And use his skin as a coach. Like the ancient Irish.
Welcome to the stream, chat.
Hasan said, "What's this?"
What is this?
And then clicked the video off stream from his mod chat, proceeded to watch the entire clip, and then act to chat like he didn't just do that.
You got called out, the Candyman? Bro, they're talking about you on the KSI fight. That's probably why you got the extra 5K. Oh, that's what happened?
So, Hasan has essentially zero room to call out Brett Cooper for being fake or inauthentic. As I've suspected, even Hasan's live reactions aren't genuine. As shown in the introduction, I am not the only one to think Hasan is a propagandist.
It's very bizarre to see like Russian propaganda I saw my entire life growing up, and after Maidan especially, to see it repeated in English, like word for word, is very bizarre, to be honest. And especially from a person who like lives in the United States and is a millionaire.
This is an interview of a Ukrainian done by Dylan Burns TV. In it, she expresses her frustration with American media giants such as Hasan. Once again, what stood out to me was the irony of Hasan's prejudice.
So people who like this have this use communism and Soviet Union as an aesthetic. To me, he seen him wear some kind of like Soviet Union hat with a red star at the top is about as the same as seeing as Hitler, as praising Hitler.
This all brings us back to TwitchCon and the Sam Hyde fight offer.
Why are you talking to me about some dumbass weirdo Nazi? What's wrong with you?
Communism and Soviet Union as an aesthetic.
Weirdo Nazi. What's wrong with you?
Is about as the same as seeing as Hitler, as praising Hitler.
Weirdo Nazi.
Praising Hitler.
Nazi. Nazi.
Not only is it hypocritical for Hasan to call out Brett Cooper for being bland, with how much support he's shown the Soviet Union and how much hatred he doles out on a regular basis, it's even hypocritical for him to call out Nazis, let alone misusing the word Nazi to try to shame and silence others. Hasan's blind hatred and disdain for others is not that different from Nazis. When he's reacting to Brett Cooper's content and says, "Oh, she'll never have her own America-deserved 9/11 moment," he's openly telling his audience that violence and hatred are his brand. And how is that so different from a hate group? It's socially acceptable. Alright, that's gonna have to do it for this one. Shout out to the best subscriber squad in all of YouTube. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Suspect is in custody. Call the prison and let him know he's coming home. Over.